We created man from a mingled drop to test him, and we gave him of hearing and sight. Surah Al-Insan 2. Those who defend evolution try to show this in many verses, tell about the creation of man, their claims. These are always Islamic scholars and commentators referring to creation from the joining of a sperm and egg. For instance, Muhammad Hamdi Yazir interprets verse 2 as meaning he was created from a nutfa. Nutfa is pure water. It also has seminal fluid. Nutfa and seminal fluid traditionally have the same meaning, but at the end of the Surah Al-Qiyamah it says, a nutfa of ejaculated sperm. Al-Qiyamah 37. Stating the nutfa is part of semen. As it is reported in Sahih Muslim, do not the entire fluid. And the hadith, speaking of every little part of the whole, does not say every part of a fluid, but rather speaks of one part of the whole fluid, and that a child does not come from the entire fluid, but one part. The nutfa is just the same bari, and meaning we have created the descendants of Adam out of the male and female fertile fluids. Bellman explains it in this manner. We created man from a mingled, formed him out of the male fluids together. Yes, human beings were, for a period of time, crystal clear, pure water, and then for a certain time, an egg, in other words, of blood, and then a lump of flesh, formed and wrapped around with flesh, and come to life. As we have seen from these explanations, there is no connection between man's creation from a drop of evolution's claim. Man emerged ages that developed in water. As all great Quranic scholars have stated, this verse draws our attention to creation in examine another verse where the stages of human creation are explained. The fundamental in these comments reveal about the resurrection, created you from dust, then from a drop, then from a clot of blood, from a lump of flesh, formed yet unformed. Clear to you. We make whatever we will to stay in the womb until a specified time, and then we bring you out as children so that you can reach your full maturity. And some of form of life, so that after having knowledge, they then know and barren. Send down water on quivers and sprouts with luxuriant plants of every Hajj. In this verse, stages of the human being described. The first stage is the earth, the raw material that includes the basic minerals and elements. The second stage is the coming together of these materials, fluid, which is described as a drop. This drop contains sperm, possesses the genetic information structure necessary to fertilize the egg inside the mother's womb. The basic raw material of human earth, contained in the essence of the earth, come together in a drop of sperm in such a way as to give rise to man. It is that the water is immediately phases in the mother's womb. The theory of evolution, on the other hand, assumes the existence of hyper stages as the first single creatures, multi-celled creatures, invertebrates, vertebrates, reptiles, mammals, primates, and countless intermediate stages between the origination of water, human beings form. When it's presented in the verse, it is there is no or description, for a being takes on the form of an after he or she is of water. For this reason, it is clear that the verse is not describing the different evolutionary stages by man, but rather and inside the mother's womb, old age. Other verses stating that human beings and other living things were created from water also contain no meaning that could be used forever. The verses clearly state that the drop of water is seen two sexes, male, out of a sperm forth, that he is responsible for the second existence. To 46 was ejaculated sperm al-Qiyamah. Man has only to look at that from which he was created from a fluid from between the backbone and the breast. Surah At-Tariq 5-7. Verses living things by saying that all living things were created from. In fact, modern field fundamental components. The human body is approximately 1% water. Water permits movement inside the cell, between cells, and between tissues. With water, no